Our tale of the tape is brought to you by X-Men First Class. Bring home the first summer blockbuster of the year on Blu-ray and DVD today.
You look at the record of Luis Santos, 49 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. What's missing from that? No big names. He needs that from Dan Hornbuckle tonight.
With the official introductions, we send it back to Michael Williams.
From Caesars Atlantic City, routinely spectacular Bellator Fighting Championships on MTV2 and on Epix in HD, along with Everlast. Greatness is Within now presents the second quarterfinal in the welterweight tournament, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And now introducing out of the red corner at 6'1", weighing in at 171 pounds. The veteran brings 49 professional wins, just 6 losses with 1 draw. Hailing from Brazil, he fights out of Deerfield Beach, Florida, Luis Sapo Santos. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 6'2", weighing in at 170.5 pounds. His professional record, 22 victories, just 4 defeats. From Mohammed, Illinois, Dan, the Handler Hornbuckle. And the referee for this contest, Gasper Oliver.
Welterweight tournament quarterfinal number 2. Douglas Lima is already through to the semifinals. The winner of this bout joins him. Nervous moments for both fighters. The bell in round number 1. Tonight's Fight Clock is sponsored by Drive, starring Ryan Gosling, in theaters September 16th. There are no clean getaways.
Santos, of course, a Muay Thai champion in Brazil, but Dan Hornbuckle not afraid to throw.
The Brazilian now living in Florida, Luis Santos, is in the silver trunks. Dan Hornbuckle, the American and Native American, is in the purple and black trunks. Gasper Oliver is the referee.
These guys 6'1" and 6'2" respectively. Not used to facing guys their own height.
Jimmy, this is your weight class. You were 6'1" as a 170-pounder. You're not 6 foot tall, brother.
Because I didn't fight these guys partially. They're gigantic. Cut a lot more weight than I ever did.
Chopping leg kick there from Santos. Big kick there up high. Blocked, though, by Hornbuckle.
You see, even when you block kicks, like, oh, good shot by Santos. Got Hornbuckle coming in with that leg shot. Even if you block these, even if you check them, they hurt.
Santos holds the rank of black belt in both judo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but he considers himself a Muay Thai fighter first.
You can tell, and both guys southpaws. Not often you see 2 southpaws in a fight against one another. It's not any easier for them than it is for an orthodox fighter. It's hard to figure out a southpaw, even if you are one. Hornbuckle looks a little tentative. Hornbuckle probably more focused than we have ever seen him. He kept saying, my back is against the wall. You don't get 4 tries at a Bellator tournament.
Hornbuckle, season 2 runner-up in the 170-pound Bellator tournament, losing to the man who went on to become and is the current Bellator welterweight world champion, Ben Askren. Lost that final by unanimous decision. That was in June of last year. Then in March of this year, lost a unanimous decision in the quarterfinal round of the season 4 welterweight tournament versus Brent Weidman, who you will see later tonight.
And both of those fights, he lost on the ground, was taken down in both of those fights. No one's really outstruck him yet. He stood toe-to-toe with Brad Blackburn, outstanding boxer, and won that fight basically as a kickboxing match. This is the first time we've really seen him having trouble with an opponent on the feet.
Santos told us, Jimmy, that he thought that Hornbuckle is good on the ground, but he said that he didn't think Hornbuckle's striking was up to his level.
So far, Santos looks a little more comfortable. But I gave Brad Blackburn the first round of their fight. Hornbuckle made the necessary adjustments, came out and won that fight. So don't count him out because this first round. Right now, it looks like Santos is the better striker. Much more comfortable in there.
Under 2 minutes now remaining in this opening round. Quarterfinal number 2. The winner through to the semifinals to join Douglas Lima in the last 4. Hornbuckle, so cerebral, so articulate, very methodical. When we asked him, where do you see a weakness in Douglas Lima? He said,
oh, good head kick by Lima.
Big head kick. Hornbuckle said Lima's eyebrows. We asked him to explain. He said he has a lot of scar tissue. I'm going to use my jab, and I'm going to bust him up in the eyebrows.
Oh, great takedown.
We haven't seen that thus far. Big takedown, and look at this.
Lima not
Santos backs off.
Yeah, not putting, I'm sorry, Santos not putting any pressure on him, standing back up momentarily in the last fight. That's what happens when they get 2 long, lanky Brazilians in a row. But unlike Lima not putting any pressure on him, standing back up, wanting a kickboxing battle.
Santos, true to his word from what he told us, Jimmy, he said, I want to keep this fight standing. Didn't pounce there.
And he is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, very confident with his submission game. But right now, the Muay Thai's working out for him. Stick with what is working, that's what he's doing. That's what a veteran does. Doesn't get a lot more veteran than Santos.
Bouncing the step of both fighters. Half minute remaining in this opening round.
Man, Hornbuckle cannot keep taking those leg kicks. He hasn't really checked them. It will eat up that front leg.
Hornbuckle spun off balance there.
You see, Santos doesn't really open up. Hands nice and high.
Another chopping leg kick by the Brazilian Luis Santos, and another. Santos finding a home with those vicious and powerful leg kicks here in round number 1. Heading into round number 2 of this second welterweight tournament quarterfinal.
Fight.
Luis Santos versus Dan Hornbuckle, round number 2. 3 judges scoring cage side for the state of New Jersey. Jimmy, as always, you have the unofficial scorecard.
10-9, Luis Santos much more accurate with the strikes. I think he's hurting that lead leg. Hornbuckle really hasn't figured out the riddle, how to get inside on Santos. Having a little trouble with his defense.
Santos is in the silver trunks. Dan Hornbuckle is in the purple and black trunks. Santos moved to the United States from his native Brazil in 2010 to further his pro MMA career. And he had a prolific MMA career in Brazil, but trying to get to that next level.
That's very hard to do in Brazil. A lot of guys come out of there, you know, that's like Patricio Pitbull, 15, 16 fights in Brazil, but need to come to the United States to make a name for themselves, United States or Japan.
Both fighters have their respective wives in their corner. Santos is married to the pro MMA fighter Karina Dam, a fellow Brazilian with a record of 17-6. Dan's lovely wife Melody, not a pro MMA fighter, but very knowledgeable on the sport.
In between rounds in Santos' corner, they're saying, be smart, let him come at you. I think that is very sound advice. His defense looks very tight.
See Hornbuckle now trying to walk down Luis Santos. Hornbuckle talked to us, Jimmy, about wanting to throw the jab, targeting the scar tissue in the eyebrows on the face of Luis Santos, and again, he's taken down.
He just hasn't been able to find the range to land that jab. He's been moving forward, but as he moves forward, he's eating those leg kicks. It's been Santos controlling the range. So vital in a fight like this with 2 tall guys about controlling the range. And that's been all Santos.
This week on an all-new Impact Wrestling, who will emerge as the #1 contender for the heavyweight title? Also, rivals Sting and Ric Flair face off for what could be the very last time. Don't miss all of the action this Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on Spike, where wrestling matters again.
Now Santos not really going for anything on the ground. Got the takedown and then stood, you know, just basically held on to get the fight, stood back up. I think that's a good strategy. You're winning on the feet. I think he respects Dan Hornbuckle's guard. That's how we finished Tyler Stinson and Steve Carl. Very
Jimmy,
dangerous off his
it
back.
might be unkind to call this a tentative pace, but this is somewhat of a tentative pace set by both men.
Well, it's Santos setting the pace. You know, Dan Hornbuckle tends to like a higher pace than this, but he can't find a way inside. When he does, Santos is waiting for him. This is Santos' pace of fight. If I'm in his corner, I'm saying, hey, you're doing everything right, keep doing what you're doing, and that's what they're telling him.
That last kick by Santos, high on the right thigh of Dan Hornbuckle.
Very important, never fight at your opponent's pace. We've seen Santos fight before. This is how he likes to fight. Pick opponents apart from the outside.
Santos said he wanted to keep the fight standing.
Now Hornbuckle wants to get in, mix it up, make it a dirtier fight. Throw a lot more combinations, but Santos with that Muay Thai defense is having none of it.
So fascinating, Jimmy, the strategy the fighters share with this, and then if they can actually execute that strategy. Santos right now is executing the strategy that he said he wanted to put forth.
Yeah, what was it Mike Tyson said? Everyone's got a strategy until they get punched in the face. Every losing fighter had a game plan, remember that.
That is the voice of Jimmy Smith. I'm Sean Wheelock. We are live for the Season 5 opener of Bellator Fighting Championships at the stunning Caesars on the Boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey. This is Bellator 49, coming to you live on MTV2. And for the first time ever, we welcome in our audience in HD on Epix.
Must be so frustrating for Dan Hornbuckle to know that he's got to move inside and make something happen and being unable to do that.
You're watching our second welterweight tournament quarterfinal, Luis Santos versus Dan Hornbuckle. A minute remaining now in round number 2.
I'm just really impressed with Santos' offense and defense, just not leaving any holes at all for Dan Hornbuckle to exploit. And he's behind so far in this fight. Dan Hornbuckle has to push the issue and make a hole, and Santos has not allowed it. You see here, perfect check and block on that kick.
With fighters throwing simultaneous kicks there. Hornbuckle looking to turn up the intensity now. Hornbuckle told us this. He wanted to really finish the last 30 seconds of every round strong.
Santos has gotten the takedown when he's won it. That's been a weakness of Dan Hornbuckle. He's so far been in Bellator, been very easy to take down. Guys like Tyler Stinson and Steve Carl took him down fairly easily. Brent Weidman, guys not necessarily known for their wrestling.
Come on, guys, let's work it.
From the clinch, Hornbuckle with his back against the Bellator cage fence. Santos in control. There is the wife of Luis Santos, fellow Brazilian and fellow pro MMA fighter Karina Dam. And there is Melody Hornbuckle. Nervous look on her face as she watches her husband Dan in a fight that he said, my back is against the wall, this may be my last chance in Bellator.
You want to know who's winning this fight? Look at the wives. Hornbuckle's wife looking very concerned for a reason.
Round number 3 of this second welterweight tournament quarterfinal, and Jimmy on your scorecard.
2-0 for Luis Santos, 20-18. Hornbuckle needs something big in this third round, and he's coming out like he knows it.
Luis Santos is in the silver trunks, Dan Hornbuckle is in the purple and black trunks. Santos off balance there from the head kick. Hornbuckle now is going to try to pounce. Santos looking for the up kick. Chopping thigh kick there by Hornbuckle.
This is one of those instances where he know he's behind. If he's smart, he does. Is he going to leap in and try a ground and pound or submission finish? Because it's so far not working on the feet.
Flash from Hornbuckle, but didn't find a way through.
Now, we've seen so much Muay Thai from Luis Santos. He is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, really knows what he's doing on the ground.
Another thigh kick by Hornbuckle.
The leg kicks from the outside are not going to do it. He is behind.
Some real flash and substance there from Santos, exploding up. The trade takes a tremendous amount of core strength and bounce.
Oh, beautiful throw. Santos been training in judo since he was a kid.
Hornbuckle now flat on his back, closes guard, and is keeping a very low guard. You see below the waistline. Hornbuckle almost in a body triangle position, but that's really just a control position, not an attack position.
You see Santos here not sitting up, posturing, trying to pass. He knows he's winning on the feet. I don't see him doing anything but stalling, waiting for the referee to stand him back up again.
Tight low guard held by Dan Hornbuckle.
Trying to rubber guard a bit now up against the fence. Santos not trying to land any ground and pound, just holding on here. Watching the time tick away, he's got to know he's ahead.
Referee Gasper Oliver taking a really close look. See what Oliver's patience level is like here. Santos throwing with the left hand. Hornbuckle a sneaky right from the bottom. Santos continuing to throw with the left.
Santos just putting so much pressure. Hornbuckle trying to angle.
Wait,
Just no space to use his hips. 2 minutes left. What will he do?
Turn around.
Hornbuckle is backed against the wall. He knows he has to finish this fight.
The stand-up from referee Gasper Oliver. Another chopping leg kick from Santos. That's been there for him all fight long, Jimmy. This with the 1-2 there by the Brazilian Luis Santos. Hornbuckle trying to let go with the punches.
The Santos under attack has such great guard. Hands come right up, not leaving a lot of vulnerabilities. You see that there.
Bounce in the step of Luis Santos. Keeping his hands low, now bringing his hands back up. Bounce in the step of Hornbuckle as he circles to his left. Hornbuckle, you see, trying to come forward.
And we know Hornbuckle has knockout power. Saw it against Akihiro Gono in Japan. He's gonna need a finish like that in this last minute. Well, Santos knows he can give away this last minute. He just can't do anything dumb. His opponent, his corner's telling him, stay smart, don't give anything up, and that's what he's doing now. You see him backpedaling here. I think he's prepared to give up this round if he has to.
Here come the boos from our crowded Caesars in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Santos doesn't care, he is fighting his fight. Hornbuckle feinting with that kick. On the thigh, but not much power. Santos,
good head kick.
Big head kick. Hornbuckle wobbled.
He is hurt.
Looking to finish in the closing seconds of this fight.
This one I said he's willing to give up the round. He's turning it up.
Explosion from Luis Santos. Hornbuckle now holding on.
And Hornbuckle was rocked. Santos now trying to ice this with a takedown. Only 8 seconds left. I don't think he's going to push the issue. He's going to stay here and ride out this round. A great performance.
Knees from Santos. The bell. The end of the fight.
Man, he handled the handler. Great pacing, great range. Great fight for Luis Santos.
When we return, we will learn who goes through to the semifinals, Luis Santos or Dan Hornbuckle. Just like our first welterweight tournament quarterfinal this evening, welterweight tournament quarterfinal number 2 has gone the distance. Luis Santos versus Dan Hornbuckle. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
30-27 Santos. I thought he took every round.
We send it back to Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the official decision, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. All 3 judges, Ricardo Almeida, Jeff Blantnick, and Romulo Bittencourt, all scored the fight exactly the same at 30-27. All for the winner by unanimous decision, earning his place in the semifinal round of the welterweight tournament, Luis Sapo Santos.
That win moves Luis Santos into the semifinal round of the Season 5 welterweight tournament.